Well, hello everyone and welcome into another episode of Mouse Madness. This is Mouse Madness episode number 20, if you can believe that. We've actually done 20 of these now. It's amazing how fast time flies. But welcome in everybody. Got a really good one for you today. I think we're going to have fun with this one. Might get a little bit controversial as well, but we're going to have a good time. And first and foremost, for those that might be watching on the replay, welcome in. This is, of course, Mouse Talk, our channel. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and the bell notification. That way, every time we go live, you're notified. We also want to say thank you to Dean and Dreamers Empire. You can go over to theliveplace.com. Family-friendly live streams, excuse me. They go, he has all kinds of different live streams. He hosts the show every single week, so thank you to Dean over at Dreamers Empire. Be sure to check him out. Does a great job. Lots of great live streamers over there. Disney and other stuff too, so be sure to check them out. But today we are going to talk about a lot of different stuff. Oh, I also want to just give a quick shout out to my two partner channels. I have two. Of course, I have AJ at the Kingdom Times. Be sure to check out his channel. You'll see his link down in the description below. And of course, also Steve from Steve's World. Be sure to check out Steve, my newest partner channel. Does fantastic stuff. Lots of great content over on both of their channels. Be sure to check them both out. They'll be in the links below. And obviously, if you'd like to help support the channel, there is a link in the description down below to do that as well. Never expect it, but always much appreciated if you do. But let's get started. We again are going to talk about, hey Steve, welcome in. What's up, Brian? How's everybody doing, guys? Welcome in. But today we are going to talk about a few different things. Got a lot of different things we're going to talk about. First and foremost, hey Donna, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. We are going to do, obviously, a review of Captain Marvel. Went and saw it last week. Went and saw it on Friday. So I've seen it. I want to give my review of it. I also want to talk about the new Aladdin trailer that posted today. If anybody hasn't seen it yet, that went out today. I'm sorry. I don't know why you didn't get notified, Steve. Sorry about that. I hope some people are getting notified. But, darn, that's too bad. But hopefully they are. If someone could tweet it out for me, I'd appreciate it. But, yeah, we're going to get into it, Brian. We're gonna get into it in a little bit and kind of go over what I thought of it. And we'll touch on everything. Sorry, I'm just pulling some stuff up here on my phone. We'll talk about plot. We'll talk about characters. We'll talk about, in my opinion, how it fits into the MCU. All kinds of different things. And ultimately, what I think of it. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. But, again, we'll give the review of Captain Marvel. We'll talk about the Aladdin trailer. I want to talk about Dumbo, which, of course, is coming out this week. Not this week, but this month. I think it's the 26th of March. I want to talk about that. And I also want to give you guys kind of an update. Round 2 of Mouse Madness is officially started. So we have begun with that. So hopefully you guys have gone out to our Facebook page and voted, or our YouTube, or our Twitter. And with YouTube and Twitter, remember, you have to leave a comment. It's not an actual vote, but on Facebook you can vote. Hey, Chris, welcome in. How you doing? Chris Phantom Gazer's in here. Everybody say hi. A couple of channel updates. I want to thank anybody that came out and everybody that came out this week to our Star Wars Sunday. We had a good time with that. It was of course, Disney Dan, myself, and Dave from Brandy and Dave. We talked about Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Wasn't really a love fest. Although I think I liked it a little bit more than they did. But, of course, every month we do a new Star Wars Sunday, so be sure to check them out as we get closer to the next one. When the date gets solidified, we'll be sure to let you know. And, hey, it's Joey's World. Welcome in. Everybody say hi, it's Joey's World. Good to see you. And this coming Saturday, for the first time in forever, I had to say that, Steve and I are going to be doing a live stream. I'm doing all these live streams lately. It's crazy. You guys are going to get tired of me. We're going to do a sports night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sports night is going to be exactly that. No Disney, no Marvel. It's all about sports. We'll be talking controversial topics. We'll be talking historical stuff. We'll be talking about best and worst, top 10s, top 5s, you name it. Each and every week it'll be a different topic, and we'll have people come in as special guests here and there, or you can join in if you want on the stream, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. We're still kind of tweaking what the time's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be before Disney Fiasco or after, but we'll let you know. Arjon's, welcome in. Leanne, Sooner Girl's in here. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for stopping in. Glad people are starting to come in now. I'm glad. Hey, Melissa! Melissa Gover, welcome in. She's helping our son study. I'm very glad. But the Saturday stream's going to be a good time. I think we're going to have a great topic. I got to talk to Steve to see exactly which one we're going to do first. But I have some really controversial topics, too. Sports-related that I think are going to be a lot of fun. And I think we're going to have a good time with it. But, oh, we just got the notification. That's kind of weird. Okay. But let's get right into it. So let's start. I'm going to save the Captain Marvel. I want to save the review for a little bit later. Oh, and Steve, you said that, and I guess we could have probably saved this, but a little bit later. But Odell Beckham Jr. went to the Browns. How about that? What'd they have to give up to get him, though? That's what I want to know. Oh, Brian's going live. Is going to go live stream a show on Sunday at Pacific City. That'll be fun, Brian. I'll try to check it for sure. Absolutely. Thanks, Brian, for letting us know. Everybody, check Brian's channel out, and if you're able to on Sunday, he's going to go live as well. That'll be fun. Hey, John, welcome in. Like Walt, who's playing on the internet? I know. I'm sorry, guys, but welcome in, John. Good to see you, buddy. So let's get started on a couple things. Again, I'm going to save the Captain Marvel review because I want to save it for the end so we can kind of talk about it together. But so we kind of get everything else out of the way first. So first I want to talk about Mass Madness. Obviously a little bit of a plug here. Round 2 has started. It's off and running. We started not as many as in the first round. The first round, you'd get 8 matchups for 4 days in a row. Well, now that we've cut the field in half, you're going, hey, Dougie, welcome in. Everybody say hi to Dougie as well. So from here on out, for the next 4 days, you're going to get 4 matchups a day, and you'll have a week to vote for them. You can vote on our Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube channels. Be sure to do that. And I want to go over some numbers of the first round. First round by the numbers with everybody. Yes, I agree, John. Yep, with us springing forward like that, that's what I thought. Now it's not too bad now. Yep, it definitely, for sure. So now it's not too bad for you guys. So I'm glad. I'm glad you're here. But everybody say, yes, yes. Everyone say hi to Dougie, please. But for just the first round, I was so happy to see this. There was a total of 2,421 total votes for round 1 of our Mouse Madness tournament. That is amazing. We had over 2,400 votes total. Hey, Kay Atwood, welcome in. Haven't missed anything yet. We're just getting started. Oh, you spring forward end of March, John. Darn. Okay, well, good. Hopefully I'll have you for a few weeks, bud. But yeah, Steve, it was great. And everybody, and I thank everybody who's been voting. It's been a ton of fun. I just love it. I love looking at the numbers, seeing who's winning, who's losing. Not too many close matchups just yet. I think that'll change as the rounds move on. And as you'll see, especially with tomorrow's matchups, there's going to be some hard ones. There's going to be some real hard ones coming up. But over 2,000 votes, 2,421. Now, it's funny, I looked at which ride got the most votes in the first round. And the most votes in the first round, no surprise, was Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion got 86 votes. But right after Haunted Mansion was the People Mover got 84 votes. And actually, Jungle Cruise got 81 votes. So obviously, all 3 of them won. Brian, she's upset for the People Mover beating Pooh. I don't think that was much of a surprise, though, to be honest with you. But, yep, those were the 3 biggest vote getters. It was Haunted Mansion, People Mover, and Jungle Cruise. I was surprised with Jungle Cruise. I really thought something like Soarin' or Big Thunder or Space Mountain or something like that would get more votes, but it didn't. It didn't. Hey, Mike's Magical Adventures, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. So that's the rides that got the most votes. Now, the ones that got the least votes really probably won't be too much of a surprise. Primeval World got 2 votes. That was it. Just got 2 votes. Stitch's Great Escape, which I know everybody says shouldn't have been on that list, and you obviously showed that because it only got 2 votes. And then Turtle Talk with Crush only got 4 votes. So that were our 3 least voted on rides and attractions. Hey, Noah, welcome in. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing okay. We are gonna discuss Captain Marvel a little bit. We're trying to get the other stuff, Mike, but yes, we're gonna do it for sure. Arjons, welcome in, buddy. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna have to talk, Arjons. I'm getting my dining together for you. I'm gonna send you a message with all our dining, and just let us know which one you want to do, and we'll get you booked, buddy. We definitely would love to be able to have a dining experience with you. I think it'd be a good time so we can talk. I know we didn't get to talk last time we were down there, so we want to make up for that for sure, bud. Stitch and Turtle need to go on Primeval Hurl. I actually don't mind Primeval Whirl personally. Me and the boys, we don't mind that ride. We'll ride it. We really will. We don't mind it. But that was your least voted. Now, the biggest margin of victory in the first round was a 76-point difference. That was the Jungle Cruise over Triceratops Spin. Jungle Cruise won by 76 points. That was a huge, huge difference. They just crushed them. They really did. Yeah, a lot can be said in 20 seconds. That's true, Steve. But we did. 76 points difference between Jungle Cruise over Triceratops Spin. Now, the closest matchup of the first round was Mission Space over Prince Charming's Royal Carousel. Mission Space won by 3 votes. It was 35-32. It was really, really close. It was really close. I thought the carousel was going to pull the upset. I really, really did. Steve, the updated, when you say the new polls, some new polls are up. The first 4 matchups for round 2 are up on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. They're up there now, so you can definitely go vote. It's Joey's World. That is probably a very hard dining experience to get a reservation for. Dining with Arjons. That's a good idea. Arjons, you can make extra money. You can do a Dining with Arjons experience at Walt Disney World. Dougie, you're funny. Dougie says they need to add Dining with Arjons as a... Oh, wait. It's got there. Yep. Yes, that would be fantastic. Oh, they're up there, Steve. They're definitely there. If you go into my page, my specific page, on Mouse Talk and scroll down a little bit on Facebook or YouTube. Oh, on YouTube, Steve, they're in the community page. So if you go on the community page, you'll see the matchups. So there you go. Just a little bit of the numbers for round 1, and I just wanted to thank everybody. It definitely means a lot to us when everybody participates. It means they're having fun. It means they're having a good time with it. We put a lot into it, to be honest with you, to get it all together, to come up with the matchups and the pictures and setting up the polls and making sure it's scheduled correctly. But we do it because we love to do it for you guys, and I hope you're enjoying it. We're having a great time with it. This is our 3rd year in a row doing it, and we love it. We think it's awesome. So that's enough about Mouse Madness, and you guys are probably tired of hearing about that. But I do want to talk next about the Aladdin trailer. Has anybody today seen the official trailer for Aladdin? I saw it twice today already. I didn't even know it came out today. It surprised me when I saw it. Oh, Steve, I know. Me too, actually. 2 of the ones I voted for are way behind as well. But the Aladdin trailer dropped today, the official trailer, not teasers. And I don't know what you guys think of it, but I'm not as upset with Will Smith's Genie character and the way he looks now. Obviously, after seeing the real trailer and where they're going to be going with him, I'm totally fine with the way he looks. It makes sense now. Joey's World says, can't even find it on my Disney app. Got to be totally booked. Yep. Oh, talking about Arjun. I got to let the dog in. Sorry, guys. Come on, puppy. Let's go. There he goes. But I liked it. I thought it looked cool. Obviously, it's going to be different than what we're used to with the movie. But, the original animated. But it looks like it's going to be fun. Lots of color. Lots of action. The cinematography looks fantastic. I can't wait to see it. I just hope it's great. I'm a little bit more okay with Jafar as well. I think that Jafar wasn't... At first, he didn't sound like Jafar, but as I heard him a little bit more in the trailer, I was okay with it. Yep. Dining with R. Johns. That would probably have to be a 2-table service credit, in my opinion, Joey's World, for sure. Oh, definitely, Mike. He definitely brings his own form of comedy, which he needs to. We don't want him to be the same. I don't want him to be the same. He can't match what Robin Williams did. Robin Williams took his own take on the genie. I think he needs to do the same. Hey, Nathan, welcome in, buddy. But I want him to have a different take on it. I understand that, and I'm okay with it. But it looked pretty good. It looks pretty decent. I can't wait to see it at this point. A couple different things I saw real quick on fast snippets that definitely are going to be a little bit different. It looks like at one point Iago probably becomes a giant bird from what I saw in that one scene. It was real fast snippet. I saw that. And a few other changes, obviously, they'll make from what they did in the original. So we'll see. But they sing A Whole New World. They sing Friend Like Me. It should be a good time. I think it's going to be fun. Mike's Magical Adventure says, I love the moment, though, when he basically said, I changed you on the outside, but left everything inside the same. Yeah, it's true. Yep. You are who you are on the inside. So I agree. But we'll have to see. It looked pretty decent to me. We won't have long to wait now. I think it's May 24th. Yeah, the songs look good. No, I agree. I think they look pretty outstanding as well. And, you know, the girl that plays Aladdin's very pretty. I don't know who she is, though. I don't know her. Does anybody else? Do you know where she's from? And I've never seen... Most of these folks, I don't know any of them, to be honest with you. The guy that plays Jafar and the guy that plays Aladdin, I've never seen any of these people before, which to me I think is a good thing. I like the fact that it's going to be relatively unknowns in reference to that. So that's kind of cool. Sorry, the dog. I got to wake him up. But I like the fact that it's relatively unknowns. But what do you guys think? Did everybody see it today? Are any of these people we should know? Or I know who they are because I don't know them. Mike's Magical Adventure says, but hearing the small bit of A Whole New World, seeing Carpet for the first time and parts of Friend Like Me was awesome. Oh, I agree. Yeah, the Magic Carpet's one of my favorite characters in the original animated anyway. So I can't wait to see how they incorporate that character into the movie. Dougie says, and Naomi Scott is challenging Alison Brie for the most beautiful woman in the world. Who is Naomi Scott? Is that the girl who plays Jasmine? I don't know who that is. Did I say the girl who plays Aladdin? No, I said the guy who plays Aladdin. Oh, it is Jasmine. Okay. Yeah, she's very pretty. Never seen her before, so I don't know who she is. She was the Pink Ranger in the newest Power Ranger movie. Okay, how about that? So I didn't see it, so I don't know. Steve knew. Steve knew it. Yeah, Chris, it does. It looks cool. I think so. Kimberly Hart. I still don't know who that is either. I know the things I like. I know, and I know pretty well. But if I don't know it, I don't know it. I am like all or nothing most of the time with stuff. Alan Tudyk, he's Iago. Okay, he'll do a good job. He does a lot of voices. I couldn't believe that Alan Tudyk was King Candy in Wreck-It Ralph. He does a heck of a lot of voices. Very good actor anyway, but a very good voice actor. I didn't realize just how many he could do. Oh, Kimberly Hart is the pink. That's the name of the Pink Power Ranger. See, I don't know the Power Rangers at all. I don't know them. I'm sorry, but well, I meant the guy that plays Aladdin. That's what I meant. Thanks for rewinding, Dougie. Be kind, rewind. But I do like it. I think it looks cool. I'm excited for it. And kind of building off of that, I'm also excited for Dumbo. I think Dumbo's getting less play. We're hearing less and less about it. It's kind of falling under the radar. But I think this one could really be... I think it could be a steal for Disney. I think it could be very, very good. It's one of the ones, in my opinion, that probably Excuse me, there's a burp, sponsored by D&G Explorers, as Rob would say. Um, I think the Dumbo movie could probably be one of these that falls under the radar when it comes to the box office, but critically could be really, really good. One that I think we all might fall in love with, but yet it doesn't get the acclaim that some of these other movies will get box office-wise. I'm really excited for this movie. That's okay, Doug. Yeah, I know, buddy. Mike, I never saw the classic Power Rangers either. I just wasn't into the Power Rangers. Leanne, yeah, I'm excited for Dumbo. I think it looks good. Well, you know, Dougie, I don't know. I hope not. I mean, you know, well, first, the last time a not terrible movie to me that he did, Tim Burton did, was, now these aren't, don't get me wrong, Dougie, these aren't fantastic movies. But to me, they're not terrible, and that's, I didn't mind Sleepy Hollow, and I sure as heck didn't mind Batman, the original 1989, which, by the way, is 30 years old this year. The original Batman with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, was fantastic. I loved it. I mean, I was 18 years old when that movie came out, and Batman is my single favorite comic book character, and I just fell in love with the movie. So Burton's done some good stuff. You're right. He's done a lot of stuff that's not good, but there's a couple for me. Yeah, but I think Dumbo could be a very good movie. I'm hoping it is. I don't know yet. Hey, human person, welcome in. How you doing? I agree, human person, with that. I agree. For me, too, when I saw that first trailer, it does seem like there'll be some emotion in this movie. I really, really do. I think that we're going to... I hope so. I like movies where there's heart in it and it makes you really feel a little bit. You know, the blowing up and the action and all that, that's all fun and fine and dandy. But I like it when it kind of hits you a little bit, too. I like that kind of stuff. Maybe I'm cheesy in that way, but I just do. I think it's great, and I agree. I hope it's going to be good. Yeah, no, you're right, Dougie. They're 20 to 30 years ago. Absolutely. And yeah, I do agree. I think Michael Keaton is Batman. Probably because he was technically, for cinematic purposes, the first Batman, and maybe that's why. But I love the first Batman. It was fantastic. Yep, 1989, Joey's World. That's when that movie, 1989 is when Batman premiered. I'll never forget it. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. It's true. He was awesome in that role. I thought he was. Yeah, I agree, Beetlejuice. But see, the problem is what Dougie's saying is correct. A lot of those movies that you're naming off, Mike, are older movies. These aren't anything recent. So I get what Dougie's saying. Yeah, I'm usually not a big Tim Burton fan either. Sorry, I got my McDonald's here. I got to take a drink. I'm not a huge Tim Burton fan myself. But sometimes some of the movies he does are okay. Yeah, and that's another one too. I will say that. I didn't mind Dark Shadows. I thought it could have been better, but I didn't mind Dark Shadows. I thought it was decent. That maybe it's just me, but I do. I really enjoyed Dark Shadows. That was better than I thought it was going to be. No, Dark Shadows isn't that old. You're right, Mike. But that's one. That's one. We got to get more than one to really back our point. But I don't know. I think he's okay. I don't think Tim Burton's fantastic, and I'm not fully into the way he does his movies. But for the most part, he's okay. See, I didn't mind Dark Shadows. I didn't, but part of it to me is I'm not expecting these movies to be screenplay Oscar-nominated movies. I'm not going in with that. I'm just going in for something that can make me chuckle, have a fairly decent storyline, and be fun. And to me, it was. That's really all I'm looking for. Now, there are certain other movies where I go in with a certain expectation, and in that case, they have to be met. But on a lot of these movies, nah, I'm just going in for the fun. And you know, I'm not trying to expect too much from it. What I wasn't expecting was it to be more of a spoof on Dark Shadows. I was expecting it to be a little bit more serious than it actually was. who to remake Dumbo? Walt Disney is gone. Unfortunately, he can't remake Dumbo. I wish he could, though. But that's what I think of Dumbo 2. I think this movie could be really, really good. I mean, I hope so. I like the fact that where they're going with it. They have a lot of good actors in it. They really do. They have Michael Keaton. They have Danny DeVito. They have Eva Green, who I love Eva Green. She's one of my favorites. They have Colin Farrell's in it again, who, by the way, was fantastic in Saving Mr. Banks. That's a whole other movie we could get into one time. I love that movie. We watched that the other day. We were bawling. Melissa and I were bawling in that movie. But he's another one that's in it. But Dumbo looks like it could be good. I hope it is. And I'm really looking forward to it. I just hope they do it justice and they do a decent job with it. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll have to see. See, I didn't like... I gotta admit, Joey saw Mars Attacks. It's a cult classic, but it wasn't one of my favorites. But that's just me. Right, no. But you know who else showed up at that party, Mike's Magical Adventures, was the real Dark Shadows. The guy who played the role in the TV show. That guy was in the movie. He had a quick cameo, but he's in the movie. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but he is. Yeah, Eva Green's one of my favorites, Dougie. I think she's awesome. And yes, Saving Mr. Banks, man, I don't want to get off topic here, but that movie is really, really good. That movie is really good. Everybody in I like even the lady that plays P.L. Travers. What's her name? Emma Roberts, not Emma Roberts. Emma Roberts is the young one. Emma Thompson. She's fantastic in the role. But Tom Hanks as Walt Disney, he's awesome. And the guys that play the Sherman Brothers, and Paul Giamatti as the driver, it's just fantastic. It's a great movie. Yep, yeah, the original Barnabas. Yep, he's in that movie. Oh, Human Person says they had an annual pass first look that was offered at Disneyland. Not sure if Walt Disney World has it. And a vlogger posted. And man, that makes me want to watch it even more. Oh, cool. Okay, but I'll try to... Human Person, can we find that on YouTube? Or if it is, who's the vlogger? You can say who the vlogger is. That's fine. I don't mind. Because if that's the case, I would like to see that special first look. To see what it looks like. Yes, that's who he was. That's exactly right, Mike. Mike, that's who he was. Yep. Doug, yeah, I would do that. A Saving Mr. Banks stream one time. Yeah, absolutely. We'll have you on too. Absolutely. Yeah, that would be fun. Yep, I agree 100%. But, so there you go. That's Dumbo. That's Aladdin. We talked Mouse Madness. We're coming up on a half an hour. And I want to take the next half an hour because I do want to go over Captain Marvel. Now, before we get into this, please understand that with all of these movie reviews, these are opinions. Like them or not, for everybody out there, please respect people's opinions about this movie. Now, I went, first day it came out to see it. I am very, very hard on Marvel Cinematic movies. I critique them very much. Okay? I go into these movies expecting a lot because of the precedent that they've set with most of them. Early on, when I would go see a Marvel movie, I wouldn't expect much because I didn't know. I remember when I went and saw Iron Man for the first time. I didn't know who he was. Knew nothing about him. Had no expectation. Came out of there after the first one. Absolutely loved it. Same with Thor. I went and saw Thor, the first Thor, which for some reason a lot of people don't like. It just boggles my mind. I didn't know anything about him. I was like, he's a guy with a hammer. Big deal. Who cares? I fell in love with that movie. I love the first Thor. I know everybody loves Ragnarok. It's okay. The first Thor, to me, was awesome. Part of it is because it had some emotion to it. It had some comedy to it. Fish out of water almost kind of thing to it. And it expanded the universe of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I love those movies. So ever since then, I've started to really expect a lot from these movies. And when you get into Captain Marvel, I will say this. It is not my least favorite Captain Marvel movie. By far, it's not, okay? I have to say that. Let me just read some of the comments real fast. Let's see here. No, I won't. No spoilers. I'll stay away from spoilers as well. Steve said I'll be giving spoilers. No, I'll stay away from spoilers as best I can. Absolutely not. So my review can't be totally in depth because I don't want to spoil anything for folks. And the movie's only been out 5 days so far, so I don't want to spoil it for you. Well, I don't know that we'll get really controversial, Dougie, but I'm going to give my take on the movie. Oh, the II Chronicles. Okay, thanks, human person. Cool, absolutely. Okay, hey, Dean, welcome in, bud. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Hey, Stacy, welcome in. I'm seeing Captain Marvel. Okay, good. So, and we're just getting into it. So that's good. We're just getting into talking about Captain Marvel. So, there have been like 20 Captain Marvel movies, obviously. This one ranks somewhere in the middle to a little bit lower middle for me. And I'll tell you why. Let's kind of break it down a little bit. I'm going to break it down with story, kind of go through it, and then we'll talk characters, and then we'll talk cinematic, how it fits into the cinematic universe, and then overall viewing of it. You know, what the cinematography was like, and stuff like that. Okay? And then, again, this is just my opinion. So the movie starts out kind of slow. It's a little bit, I don't want to say confusing. I understand where they were going with it, but it was a little bit slow at first. And we start off, and I don't think we're really giving anything away here. She's seeing flashbacks of things. So she's already a Kree, period. She's already there. And we jump into that, and we have obviously the Kree and the Skrulls, they don't like each other, and they're in this big war kind of thing going on. And then we talk about the bad guys, and they're trying to find this certain person. And then they get into a battle in space, and then she gets kind of hit and falls to Earth, basically. And then that's when we have her on Earth. And that's when she meets up with, Nick Fury. Kind of a fish out of water kind of thing. She's on Earth. And then, little by little, she's starting to get memories back of things. So you go on, and on the Earth scenes with Samuel L. Jackson are really cool. They're fine. They're limited, but they're there. Agent Coulson's in the movie. That's not really giving anything away. You see him in the trailer. But we don't see a ton of him in this movie, which is too bad. Yes, I will agree with that. A lot of the references to the 90s, Mike, you're right. It was set in the 90s, and they had a lot of good references. Like the Blockbuster reference, just to name one off the top of my head, was awesome. I love the Kree. Jude Law's very good in this movie. I love the Kree in this movie. I love the Skrulls in this movie, too. The characters are really good characters. And then you have your battle on Earth, and then they're looking for something on Earth, and so they have the battle there, and it's okay. It never really has that wow moment in this movie, and then it never is a lot of talking and a lot of back and forth. The issues that I have is her best friend, who's one of the fighter pilots with her. I never really feel that connection with her friend because everything is flashbacks with this friend. She finally, gets there again, but I never really feel like they have this major connection. Like with Bucky and Cap, they build the relationship. They character build it. They don't really do that here. They do a little bit, but not. It's too all over the place for me. And again, hey Isaac, welcome in, buddy. But some of the action scenes are pretty good. They're not great, but they're good. Jude Law does a very good job. Good twist. I will say that. I was surprised by the twist. I kind of knew where they were going with it a little bit, but the twist, I won't give it away, was really neat. I like that. Overall, it was pretty good. It wasn't great. Not a big, major climactic ending, in my opinion, that they could have had. It was kind of anticlimactic, in my opinion. So that could have been a little bit better as well. But overall, it was okay. It wasn't great. If I had to give it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 5, maybe a 6 at most. But that's just me. Again, and that's why no other Captain Marvel movie's been out, Stacy, before this one. But I'm not comparing it to that. I'm just saying, for me, it wasn't bad. I was fine with it. I enjoyed it. It wasn't one of my favorites. It was kind of, I don't want to even say blah. That's not even the right word. The cinematography was cool. I liked the scenes, a lot of that. Brie Larson as the role of Captain Marvel. I think they could have done more with her. She doesn't, I don't know. I mean, she's fine for what she's given. She's just not, I want her to, I don't even know. I don't know how to explain it. She did a fine job in the role. She's great in the role. She's going to do really good. But, you know, I never felt for her, you know, just like like Doctor Strange. As much as I love Benedict Cumberbatch, I wasn't happy with that movie. I never felt this connection with him because they rushed everything with that movie. Where he was this great doctor who was rich, and then all of a sudden he had a crash, and then he was nothing. They didn't really give us a character development on him. And with Brie Larson in this role, I don't know. She was okay. I just think they could have done it a little bit more over the top. It didn't feel like a Marvel movie to me. It just didn't. It was weird. It didn't feel that way. Now, the person I did love in the movie was the Skrulls. What's his name? Ben Mendelsohn, the guy who plays the leader of the Skrulls. He was awesome. He was really good. Jude Law was good. Jude Law's, the people that were on the Kree were really good as well. But the guy that played Ben Mendelsohn's character, whose name, I think it was Talos or something like that in the movie, in-game, but I don't know. I don't know if it was or not, to be honest with you. I hope I'm still streaming. Oh, I am. Okay. It looked like for a minute there the stream went out. I guess somebody didn't like my review of the movie. But it is ultimately setting her up to bring her into the cinematic universe. Because at some point we have to be introduced to her. Well, right, but Stacy, I think it's got to be more than a bridge movie. Because for some people, the average fan, they don't know who Captain Marvel is. They don't know her history. They don't know who she is. So, you know, they went into her past on Earth very little. Snippets here and there of flashbacks. They could have gone into that a little bit more. But that's what I'm talking about. To me, I didn't want a bridge movie. I wanted an origin movie. How she got here. What really happened. And they kind of delve into it, but they don't delve into it enough, in my opinion. No, not at all. And it really wasn't. People said it was political or really over the top feminist. I didn't think so. I didn't really think they went that at all. I didn't think they did at all. I like the character. I want to see more of her. We'll have to see how they move forward with her character, but obviously she's extremely important to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And yes, it bridges her to the next movie. But, you know, and you see that in the end credit scenes. But overall, it was fine. It just wasn't, you know, when you have some of these other movies, you have those great climactic scenes. Whether it's Thor with the major scenes with the Frost Giants, or whether it's in Civil War, you have the big scene with Cap and Iron Man, or whether it's, you know, or at the airport, or whether it's, you know, in Avengers, in Endgame, you know, the snap, or whether it's in Black Panther, the major battle with him and Killmonger. We didn't really have that in this movie. We had a battle at the end, but it was, like, not anything major because, first off, she's the most powerful being in the universe. Nobody can really even fight her and touch her. But, so there's no real sense of doubt that she's going to win, in my opinion. And again, this is just my opinion on the movie. I would like to see it again for a second time to get a better view of it and give a second opinion on it. But it wasn't, I didn't know, it wasn't bad. There are plenty of Marvel movies that I didn't like below this movie. But this one, you know, I don't know, it wasn't great. But I want to hear from you. Stacy, what did you think of it? I do know who her friend is. Yes, Stacy. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. My apologies. I get caught up in talking that I didn't even look at it. But let's see, Stacy. Let's see. Everybody's talking in here. But I want to know what anybody else saw it. Stacy, you went and saw it. Just got back. What'd you think of it? Yeah, it's definitely a storytelling movie. Sure. Well, yeah, some movies you do go to the theater and some you watch at home. This is one that, no, you have to see it in the theaters, in my opinion, Joey's World. It's worth seeing in the theaters. The cinematography is fantastic. Okay? I really think that part of it's really cool. So I would still recommend you go see it in the theaters. Yep. No, for sure. Yeah, Blockbuster, Radio Shack. Oh, yeah, the Game Boy Color, the Fresh Prince, True Lies cut out. I saw all that. Yeah, the Fonzie lunchbox. Yeah, all that was fantastic. They did really good with 90s references. I thought that was fantastic. They really did the 90s references really well. It was really cool. And I got to admit, the spin on the movie, the little spin at the end there, it was cool. It was good. It was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I like that they did that. So you'll see. Let's see. Dougie, you're funny. Well, it's definitely a bridge movie. Absolutely. It's a bridge movie to go from Infinity War to Endgame because she has to be incorporated, but I think that's a disservice to her. It shouldn't be a bridge movie. It should be an origin movie. Let us learn about her. Bridge the movie to Endgame from Infinity War in the post-credit scene, which they did. That's fine. But they should have been more about her. Give us her start, where she was, how she got here. But more in depth than they did. They touched on it here and there. Snippets, flashbacks, which is fine. I just wanted to see more. And put her in action a little bit more in that respect, too. I get that she had it tough from time to time. A lot, actually. But let me see her really show her stuff. And give me who she is as a person. You know, that's what I wanted to see. That's all. Stacy, her friend is definitely, I know the daughter, the little girl grows up to be somebody. Yeah, her friend's kid. Yes, absolutely. Yes, that she grows up to be somebody. The next couple of Marvel movies coming out is obviously Endgame and then Spider-Man Homecoming, I think. Human Person. No, Stacey, I don't know what they hide. Tell me what they hide. I'm interested. Oh, okay. All right. Good. See, IMAX. I'd like to see it in IMAX. I bet it looked really good on IMAX. Absolutely. Well, no, Endgame, but before Black Panther 2, Mike, is going to be Spider-Man Homecoming. Or Far From Home. Right, Far From Home. Yep. Oh, she's a future Captain Marvel. Okay. Oh, Melissa's funny. Don't say that, Melissa. Mike, I would have to say it's probably a scene from Endgame. That's how I took it. I think it's a scene from Endgame. I don't think it's specifically filmed for Captain Marvel. I think it's a scene from Endgame, but I could be wrong. Oh, in the comics, she was Captain Marvel before Carol. How about that? Okay. Didn't know that, Dougie. Yeah, I think it's definitely from Endgame, for sure. I agree with that. Yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home. Yes, absolutely. No spoilers. No, and that's all. I enjoyed the movie. I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. But I do recommend that folks go see it and make your own decision on it. You might really love it. Yes, that's what it was. I knew that the daughter was someone important. I just didn't remember who it was because I'm not that familiar with Captain Marvel. Of course, a lot of them I wasn't as familiar with. But I think they just did. I wanted to see more of just Captain Marvel and her story and her growth as a person and as a superhero. But it was okay. I speak the truth. No, I usually don't, Steve. Don't listen to her. That's not the first time I've done that. Yeah, it was definitely from Endgame. I think it was. Yeah, I think so too. Thank you, Melissa. Yeah, that's me. I'm a bad man. All right. No, I'm not, Dougie. Don't listen to her. But it was good. It was definitely good. Like I said, probably a 5 or 6 out of 10. It's probably middle of the road in all the different Marvel movies. I was getting ready to say Star Wars. Marvel movies, for sure. That could have been a big part of it. Stacy says, I think for only having 2 hours and needing to get so much information in there, I think they did a pretty good job. It broke records set by Black Panther. Well, I understand that people are going to go see the movie. I have no doubt about that. But I think what you just said was part of what was the problem with it. They tried to cram too much information in 2 hours. They should have either expanded it a little bit. They could have gone 2.5 and had plenty of time to really make it complete and in-depth. That's how I see it. No, they did fine. It was good. It was. But, you know, there's been plenty of movies that have set records, you know, for box office, but that doesn't mean they're necessarily the best movies out there. But it's going to do well. It's going to make money. For one, it's the first female-led Marvel movie. For 2, it's a Marvel movie. For 3, it's Brie Larson, who's a very, very good actress, incredible actress, who does a good job. She has her own following. And for 4, it's gotten good reviews, and it should get good reviews. So it's going to do well. It's absolutely going to do well. And it should do well. And I hope it does well. Because I'm interested to see how they'll do a follow-up. See, the thing about Captain Marvel, and this is what I don't like. If she's the most powerful being on the universe, then what's the point? Even with Superman, Superman has kryptonite. Okay? He has something that makes him weak. And again, maybe I'm missing something. What makes Captain Marvel weak? You got to have something that can give you a little bit of a doubt of whether or not they will or won't survive. If she's the most powerful being in the world, in the universe, why do we even bother? You know, you want to have some sort of level of doubt that she can win. That something can beat her. But if nothing can beat her, what's the point? And that's what I need to know. Maybe you guys, because I don't know a lot about Captain Marvel. Maybe you guys do. Is there something that is her weakness? Because I need to know that. Oh, absolutely, Steve. Don't worry. We'll talk. Yeah, Melissa's throwing me onto the bus. Thanks, Melissa. Mike says he's seen it twice already, but I agree it isn't as good as like Captain America, the First Avenger, or Iron Man, but it was still amazing nonetheless. Fair enough. Absolutely. I think it's a good movie. I do. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Stacy. Stacy says we also have to look at it as it is a start for bringing forth female-led Marvel movies. Like, finally, we'll get the Black Widow movie. We should have had that a few years ago. Oh, I agree. I agree. Absolutely. I have no problem with any of that. I agree. It is the start of that. But I think they could have given her a better start. That's all I'm saying. She deserves a better made movie. The screenplay could have been a little bit better. The directing could have been a little bit better. That's nothing on her, and it's nothing on the character. I just think that she deserved something a little bit better. That's all. But I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. And there's going to be more of these. But the characters also got to be something that's, you know, you want to, I don't even want to say relate to, because I've always been one, I don't need to relate to these characters. I don't want to relate to these characters. I come to these characters because I don't want to relate. I want them to be better than me. That's why I like Captain America. I like the fact that he's a good guy and does the right thing and stuff like that. I go to the movies to get away from reality. So she's a great character, and she's exactly what you want in a character, especially a female-led character. And Mike's Magical Event says, because the first Avenger and Iron Man did show more growth with their characters, but that's because they had their own separate movies in the Avengers films. Well, I agree. And I think we need to have her grow more, and I hope the second movie, because there's going to be a sequel, she's able to grow more, and we get more about her backstory, her life on Earth, what she was like beforehand as a kid growing up, family members, her time in the military. I want to hear about all that. I want to get into all that. That's what I want. Yes, exactly. And you just said it, Mike. You beat me to it. Maybe in the sequels we'll get some more growth. I hope so. Well, no, it's not about... Stacy said, I don't think it was necessary for them to show what makes her weak in this movie because they need to show she is strong in this movie so she can take down Thanos. Well, not show what makes her weak, but show that she has weaknesses. Okay, that's all I'm saying. She can still take him down and have weaknesses. She doesn't have to be this total all-being powerful... Well, I mean, she is an all-being powerful being. Does she have weaknesses? Whether she... I mean, I understand that she's a strong character and she's going to beat Thanos. But if that's the case, you know, the other people don't even need to be in the movie. But I'm interested to see how we do this moving forward, how they're going to incorporate this to make at least some sense of competition between her and Thanos. We have to have some level of doubt. I mean, isn't that what makes all these movies great? I mean, when Iron Man fights Cap, you're like, you know, oh my God, one of these guys could actually kill the other if they wanted. And same with Thor. Thor is like, you know, he could die. He did. He died in Thor. I mean, he came back, but, I mean, the one thing, you know, looked like killed him. So that's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for something like that. Because she's not invited to the movies. Joey's World, you're funny. I just don't know. Does she have a weakness? Like Superman has kryptonite. Does Captain Marvel have something that makes her vulnerable? I'm going to lose all kinds of people. Everybody's going to, like, Melissa, everybody's going to unsubscribe to our channel after this. Oh my gosh, Dan says, breaking news. Avengers 5 is going to be all about the Hulk setting a fast food truck. and I'm the supporting role. That's so funny, Dan. You're funny. Welcome in, Dan. Dan's in here. Everybody say hi to Dan. Well, exactly, Doug. And that's kind of my point is, a hero is somebody that's brave. And what's bravery? Bravery is when you're scared, but you do it anyway. Okay, that's bravery to me. The person who is scared to death to do it because they understand the harm that can happen, but they do it anyway. That's a brave person to me. So if she has weaknesses, we need to know what those are so that we can feel for her and be scared for her. That, oh my God, she might not make it. And root for her. But if she's this all-powerful being that can't be beat, it's like, why even bother? So that's what we need to know. So Mike's Magical Adventures says, I like about the movie, though, is that all throughout the movie they say that her motion in humanity makes her weak, but in fact it's what makes her more powerful. Oh, I agree. I agree 100%. It's her emotion in humanity that helps to make her the person that she is, that also makes her the good person that she is. And why she's such a good person. I agree. Joey, we know, Joey. Well, Ray just came into the room and says Captain Marvel has no weaknesses. She's the most powerful than any Marvel hero. Oh, I know that. No, absolutely, Stacy. I know that she is. But doesn't that kind of take away from... Go ahead, puppy. But doesn't that take away from the suspense of knowing whether or not she can or can't win? I mean, wouldn't we want her to have weaknesses so that, you know, we can root for her? I mean, we're going to root for her anyway, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't know. Again, I don't know enough about the character to know whether or not she is or not. But we'll see. We're doing good, Dan. Hope you're doing good, bud. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I agree. Steve, it's no doubt she's more powerful than Thanos, and that's great that she is, and she's going to ultimately be part of the reason, if not the main reason, why they ultimately win. But I'm curious how they're going to incorporate it to make it, you know, moving forward, to make it viable to even want to watch, because if she can't lose, where's the suspense? That's what you want. He's going to have a better death than Dobby. But overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It wasn't the best Marvel movie out there, but it's far and away not anywhere near the worst. Brie Larson does a very good job as Captain Marvel. I like the characters a lot in this. I wish they would have had a little bit more of Ronan the Accuser's in it, but he's not in it very much. Oh yeah, absolutely, Stacy. I know exactly what you're talking about in the opening, the Marvel opening. I agree. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Yep. I don't want to give it away either. Good point, Stace. She's absolutely right. That was really amazing. I did like the opening. You'll like it too, guys. You'll like it too. Oh, I agree, Mike. Yeah, her and Thor together, they'll have no problem with beating him. Yeah, I agree, Stace. That was a good one. It definitely was. They did a really good job with that. I agree 100%. So Sentry, according to Dougie, Sentry is officially the most powerful Marvel character, but he has severe mental health issues and struggles to go outside, which is very Marvel. Squirrel Girl is going to defeat Thanos. She did in the comics. Right, but Dan, I don't think it'll be Squirrel Girl because we were never introduced to her. So they're going to change it, obviously. Oh, Brian, that's okay, bud. I'm just glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I agree. The opening was really, really nice. I thought the opening was really nice as well. I really did. But the twist on the movie was a very good twist. I did like that. I really like that as well. But we'll see what they do with the next movie, because from what I hear, Brie Larson signed a 7-movie deal. So obviously this one is number 1, Endgame's number 2. Where do we see her next? Does she cameo in Far From Home, or do we not see her again until Captain Marvel 2, I wonder? So Dougie says, and when Sentry did go outside, who beat him? But my big green dude, World War Hulk. I didn't know that. How about that? She's in every Marvel movie in a tree. You guys are funny. She might be eating pickles. Who knows? Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. That is funny. But I did like... the other thing I liked about the movie was how they made Samuel L. Jackson look so young. They've really come a long way with the CGI and what they can do with stuff. Because that really looked legit. I mean, it really looked good. They really did a good job with that. Nope, we don't think to look in the trees, Steve. You're right. But I think the movie, Captain Marvel, made like $160 million over the weekend alone. It did fantastic. Staying power. Want to see how it does staying power. Hopefully it'll be able to stay there. But it's going to definitely do fantastic. I say probably about 400 million. 400 to 450. That's my number. What do you guys think? Do you think it'll get that high? Do you think it'll get higher? Mike's Magical Adventure says, well, she's got to have like 2 sequels making it a trilogy like Iron Man films, and maybe she appears in other upcoming Marvel films like Spider-Man. Yeah, she'll definitely make some cameos in other movies. She has to. Steve doesn't like Samuel L. Jackson. It depends on the role, Steve. Because I tell you what, Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction is fantastic. Stacy, I'm sorry. It says, wait, who do you ask when we will see them next? I'm sorry, Stacy, I don't understand the question. You mean when will we see who next? Oh yeah, definitely better than the one they did on Leia in Rogue One. But Mike, I think they've gotten better with the technology since then. Yeah, I wish they could do the de-aging in real life too, Joey's World. Oh my gosh, let me see. So Stacy, nope, no spoilers. Yeah, no spoilers. Yeah, he was good in Django, absolutely. Time out, Brian's so funny. Now, Dan says, also, if the Fox deal goes through before Endgame, they will edit in an end credit scene with either Silver Surfer setting up Galactus as the next big villain or an X-Men character. I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. But I would really like, if they're going to do that, instead of the next big villain being Galactus, Dan, I would really like it to be Doctor Doom. But that's just me. Brian says, I was asking if the kitty took Fury's eyeball. I'm not going to give that away, Brian. You'll have to watch the movie. Cats are evil, and we have 2 of them. Oh my gosh. Silver Surfer. I hope it's Silver Surfer, to be honest with you, Dan. I love the Silver Surfer. We actually watched Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer last night. I like that movie. People think it's terrible, and in ways it is, but I liked it. I thought it was fun. Yeah, Stace. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I meant Captain Marvel. When will we see her next? Because we need to see more of her at this point. And I'm hoping that they take these roles and help to really move forward her character development. Because I really want to see her character develop. I want to see more of her so that I can feel the same way I feel about Cap and Thor and Iron Man. And I want to have that connection with her. And Black Widow. Black Widow's another one. I want to see more of her. I don't want her to go away at the end of Endgame. Where are we going to go moving forward with Scarlett Johansson's character? We care about these characters. I want to care about the new characters. But, they have to develop them to do that. But I hope she has a cameo in Far From Home. I hope she does. And I'm looking forward to the sequel, because I'm hoping the sequel is just about her and her development and fighting somebody, but getting more into Earth Carol Danvers. No, Dan, I agree. We need a new Doctor Doom, but I do want to see Doctor Doom. Now, Stacy says she's already got a prediction for Endgame, end credit scene in Endgame. Tell us, Stace, what you think it is. That would be awesome. I want to hear it. Mike says, in Rise of the Silver Surfer, why did Invisible Woman's eyes go from her natural blue to purple? I can't answer that question. Stacy said, we will definitely see her in Endgame. Oh, yeah. No, she's in Endgame. She's definitely in Endgame. So, Stacy, I want to know what you think the Endgame end credit scene will be. Yeah, I know. I don't know why they changed her eyes, Mike. I agree. Dougie doesn't like the Fantastic Four movies either. No, I don't either, Dan. I don't want her in every Marvel movie. I guess that's a good point. They'll probably skip that one. But I just want them to continue to develop her character. That's all. That's all. I just want to see her developing their character. I love the suit. I love the colors on the suit. I think it's fantastic. I love that part of it. I love the powers that she has. The phasers coming out of her hands and everything like that is really, really cool. Stacey, I didn't get the joke. At least the 333. I don't get it. Okay, I don't get it. I'm glad Melissa gets it. So Stacy says, okay, so here's her end credit scene, everybody. The Avengers walk into the headquarters, and there's a guy standing there, and you hear this sound as the claws come out, and it is Hugh Jackman himself, Wolverine. That would be really neat. I don't know, Stacy. That's asking a lot. That is asking a lot. But man, that would be really cool if they did that. Because he said he retired from the role. He wasn't going to do the role anymore. Will he back out and come back now that Disney owns it? Maybe. Maybe he will. But we'll have to see. I'm the other half. Okay, Dougie, I'm fine with that. I don't know, though. I really enjoy him as like, hey, more sunshine, please. Welcome in. Oh, yeah. No, Chris Evans was great. The thing about Chris Evans was he was great as Johnny Storm, and he's obviously fantastic as Cap. He does a really good job. A Sinister Six movie, Disney Dan says. Vulture, Scorpion, Mysterio, Octopus, Shyamalan, Hobgoblin. Yeah, I agree. Yep, that could be great. No, the remake was terrible. I agree. Brian, that could happen. You guys are funny. Well, guys, we are over an hour. I didn't even realize we were that far over it. They might be setting up the Sinister Six, Dougie, real fast. I agree, because they've touched on some of those characters. So I think you might have a point there. Yep. Joey's World, at some point, someone else will have to be Wolverine. Because now that they own it, that Disney owns it, they're going to start making these movies. So I think that at some point, someone else will have to take up the mantle. That's true, Stacy. Stacy says he said the only way he'd ever do it again is if Wolverine appeared with the Avengers and Fox Steel now pretty much done, and the Infinity Gauntlet, anything is possible. No, I agree. You're right. I agree. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. But Sinister Six would be fantastic as well, but we'll have to see. But, all right, guys. Well, that is it. We are at an hour. I hope everybody had a good time. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for your understanding of the review. By all means, everybody, I highly recommend you go see it, though. Make your own decision. Come back to me. Let me know what you think. I love the fact that we have the banner back and forth. I've learned things tonight as well that I didn't know. I think it would be fantastic. Yeah, you're right, Stacy. Endgame can literally change the entire whole MCU. You're exactly right. It certainly can. I agree 100%. I agree. Well, Season 1 and 2 of Arrow is very good, Dan. It's going to go downhill fast. That's all I'm going to say about Arrow. I hate to break the news to you, but just hang on. But yes, everybody, please hit that like button on your way out. I do want to give a shout out real quick to my two partner channels. We have AJ at the Kingdom Times and, of course, Steve from Steve's World, who's in here tonight. Both channels are fantastic. Steve does a great job. Be sure to check them out. I appreciate everybody that was in here tonight. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to everybody else in here. I have to make some of these people mods for us as well. But I hope everybody had a good time. I had a great time. Be sure to check us on Saturday. Steve and I will be doing our very first sports night. We're going to talk sports. Something a little bit different. It's going to be a great time. Obviously, local sports over here in the U.S. We'll touch on some national stuff, too. International stuff if we can. Hey, R-Johns. Thank you, buddy. I thought you were gone. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we're going to have a good time with it. It'll be Saturday night. Not sure if it's going to be before Dan's Disney fiasco or after, but it'll be one or the other. And, yep, we'll definitely be talking sports. Lots of big news stories coming out this week alone. So we're planning to talk about on Saturday. So be sure to check us out on, it'll probably be on my channel to start, and then we'll work it from there. But it's going to be a great time. Check out Dan on Saturday night, Disney Fiasco at 8, I think it's 7 p.m. that he goes on. Be sure to check him out. And, of course, tomorrow night, Steve's doing, for Meg, he's doing Wednesdays in Wonderland for Meg. So go over to Steve's World's channel tomorrow night. He's going to have a special guest talking about Disney villains. So be sure to check that out. That's going to be fun. And then, of course, we'll be back again Thursday. You guys are going to have Walt overload. Melissa, you might have to do the... Who out there thinks Melissa should run the stream on Thursday? She should be the person running the stream on Thursday. Just a Melissa stream on Thursday. Who's down for that? That's what I want to know. That way you guys don't have to hear me anymore, and you can hear from Melissa. I think it should be Melissa on Thursday. What do you think? Anybody think so? Give me a thumbs up. Nope, she says nope. Oh my gosh, but you guys are great. I want to thank everybody out there for coming in tonight. Stacy, you're funny. See, Dan says yes. There you go. See? John says both. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Melissa and Walt stream. There you go. Yeah. Steve, you're funny. Oh, I know she can do it. We're a team. Sounds fun, Melissa. I agree, Kay. I don't know why she doesn't do one. But she won't. I think she's afraid to do it. She's scared of cat. She would do a great job. She really would. But anyway, guys, thank you everybody for joining us. Be sure to check out, and of course, on Friday nights, don't forget about Resort TV 1. I know everybody knows them. They do great. Be sure to check them out. Josh and Jenna are fantastic as usual. But we might go live this weekend on a live stream. I don't know yet. We're taking our son down to Washington, D.C., so we might do some video stuff down there and do some D.C. stuff. Show you the nation's capital a little bit. That might be fun. But anybody, hey, Cargo! Oh, she's just getting here and we're heading out, Cargo. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Dougie. My bad, buddy. I'm sorry. I agree, Stacy. See, you could talk so much stuff. He'll never ask you to do it again. That's not true. That's not true, actually. I do ask her all the time. I'm like, here, you take over the stream tonight. Or, here, you do it. I'll sit in the background. That's not true. I actually do. Oh, my gosh. You guys are so funny. But everybody have a great night. I hope everybody has a great night. Thank you for being here. Please hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Definitely helps the stream, helps the channel. Just Stacey, you're funny. But thank you everybody for joining us. There you go. Oh, no, Dougie, not at all. Absolutely. We love having you in here, bud. You make the stream so much more fun. Every time you're in here, it just brings the whole stream up for sure, pal. But everybody have an amazing night. Steve's World tomorrow night. Steve, what time we're going at 8, right? I think it's 8 p.m. Because I have volleyball at 7. So I got to rush back for this. Oh, wait. I just told you who the special guest was. Damn. Darn. But yes, Mouse Madness. Thank you, John. You're right. Everybody be sure to vote. Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Go out and vote. Mouse Madness. More matchups coming out tomorrow. But everybody, until then, have a great night. Please take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you again, everybody. 8 o'clock tomorrow night, Steve's World's channel. We're going to do Wednesdays in Wonderland. And we'll talk to you soon. Everybody, take care. Have a good night. Go see Captain Marvel.